what's happening, YouTube? Welcome back to Scents of South Jersey with me, Kellen, for yet another fragrance review. I got kind of a funny review for you guys today. This one's going to be of an old school Italian cheapy fragrance. One I've actually reviewed on my channel before, but it was probably about 2 or 3 years ago. So it was in my old format, and I've revisited it recently. I woke up one day and I said, God, you know what? I just want to wear that scent. And so I've worn it again, and I thought it might be a perfect fragrance to re-review. It's from 1955, again, an Italian classic drugstore style fragrance. The house is Pino Silvestre, so I'm sure you can guess it is the Pino Silvestre original fragrance, the pine cone. So it's classified as an aromatic fougere, and what we'll do, as I usually do, is break down the fragrance into 5 parts: the presentation, the notes, my experience and performance, my thoughts, and then of course my overall rating. So before we jump into that, again, if it's your first time here, guys, and you enjoy classic men's fragrance type of content like the videos that I make, just make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And then if you have an Instagram, check out the Scents of South Jersey Instagram page for news and updates on the channel, photos of fragrances from my collection, and daily scent of the day posts. So without waiting any longer, let's take a look at Pino Silvestre. Okay, so let's kick things off with the presentation. So this is a reflective box, so sorry about that ring light there, but you can see it's green. You got the silhouette of the pine tree forest there, Pino Silvestre original. Size and concentration at the bottom, it's an eau de toilette, and it is a 4.2 ounce or 125 ml bottle. This had a little blurb about how it gave away a free gift of like a small mini 3 ml splash pine cone thing. I don't even know what I did with that. I think I gave it away. On the top, you have the Pino Silvestre logo. Again, you can take a look at that original. So on the sides, they have these little blurbs with these funny sayings. I'll read them to you guys in a second. And then you got some brand information there too. So this one's funny. It opens up here with the flap, has a built-in French wrapper. Pretty nice box for a cheap fragrance, but this is funny. Pino Silvestre original, created in the 50s from a blend of 12 natural essential oils. Pino Silvestre is still being made in Venice with the same dedication, following the most rigorous methods to meet the strong, irresistible need for nature inherent in every one of us. Rigorous methods. I doubt that. It's like a $15 fragrance too, so that's funny. And then this just talks about the pine tree trickling down, the tears of the pine sap. It's really goes in depth about how piney it is. But let's take a look at the bottle. This is the funniest thing in the world. It's just so, it's almost like a novelty. You're either gonna love it or hate it. I love it. You guys know I love funny bottles like this. Pino Silvestre on the sticker there. On the bottom there's a sticker, and there's a built-in sprayer. This actually twists all the way around. You can see what it looks like distribution-wise here. So there's a puff of fragrance that comes out. Not the best sprayer, really funny looking, and it of course leaks because when the sprayer, you can see there in the center, the fragrance hits against the side and a lot of it just trickles down. So what you can do is you can like roll it on your hand here too. So pretty funny presentation. It's novelty, it's classic, it's very, very inexpensive, but it's funny looking, and it's one that stands out. And definitely when you think of Pino Silvestre, you know the pine cone bottle. All right, so let's take a look at the notes for Pino Silvestre. Not as many notes, even though it's an older fragrance. I think it has, I would say, an average amount, or just below average amount, excuse me, for the fragrance of the era that it came out in, since it is an aromatic fougere. In the top, we have juniper berries, basil, lavender, lemon, and bergamot, of course. And then in the mid, you have pine tree needles, clary sage, carnation, caraway, and geranium. And then in the base, you have cedar, oak moss, musk, amber, and tonka bean. So, that's more notes than what I can pick up on. What I get is lemon or bergamot, so we'll just say the citrus, pine tree needles, basil, and cedar, and a little bit of oak moss, but mainly the cedar in the base too. So it's kind of a simplistic scent when you spray it on. However, it does have all those notes in there to actually build to the entire fragrance. Okay, so the performance for Pino Silvestre, surprisingly, given the fact that it's a inexpensive eau de toilette, it might as well be an eau de cologne. I think at one point it was, but in my experience, in the amount of sprays I'm applying, which is relatively heavy, and it's going on my clothes, 5 hours. Pretty good. It's, if you spray a ton on your clothes, it'll probably get you just under a work day, in my experience. I still notice the smell just moving around. I notice the smell, like I'll get wafts of it in the air, the aroma stays with it. And it's, I've read some other people are not getting as good performance. Again, it's really inexpensive, so you shouldn't expect much at all, so it really doesn't matter. But I would say 5 hours it was right in the average range of what I'm experienced with this fragrance before it becomes essentially just the unnoticeable skin set. Okay, so my thoughts on Pino Silvestre, the original. This scent it's something else for me, really. From the bottle to the scent to the to the body line. I love it all. However, I could see this scent being very polarizing. So when you spray this one, right, when you spray it, it opens up with a burst of citrus, lemon, and then you're immediately hit with a wave of basil, like you walked into your nana's kitchen and she's cooking, but you're really immersed in an Italian herb garden. And then after that, it's immediately dunking you into a bath of pine tree, pine tar, pine needles, and cedar. So if you love that type of scent, that type of green, piney, aromatic fougere, you'll love Pino Silvestre. It's crisp, it's clean, it's brisk, it's fresh, it's masculine, and it's very piney. However, if it's something that you're not used to, if you're not used to this sharp pine, some people may say it's synthetic, but if you're new to it and you're new to trying aromatic fougères, do not apply this heavily because you're gonna feel like you just got freaking banged by a pile of tree sap, like you're raped by a pile of tree sap. That's what it feels like. However, I love this type of scent, so I really, really enjoy it. And it's so clean to me. Some of the other Bodyline products that you can get are an aftershave. So this is the aftershave box. You can see the difference. This is what the older iteration of Pino Silvestre is going to look like, you can see. And they've got so this is a spray aftershave. This one is very light. Like it's just almost like a little bit more watered down than the eau de toilette, as it should be. It's an aftershave. They have an aftershave balm that you can get here. And they have a deodorant spray. This stuff smells awesome. I wore Pino Silvestre to the gym the other night, and I wore it before I walked in, and then at the end I put some on as I was walking out. Stuff smells amazing. But the best part of the Bodyline is their shower gel. Look at this bottle. It's so ridiculous. It's just a massive pine cone. This stuff smells so good. Like the shower, this is probably one of the best fragrance shower gels I've ever smelled. It's different from the scent. It's like sweeter, but it smells fantastic, and you can get this huge jug of it for like $1. They're virtually giving it away. So you can get all this stuff really inexpensive, but just make sure if you're new to it, apply it lightly, give it a chance, let it go in the air, because it smells fantastic in the air. I love the smell of the pine tree in the air. So as far as where you'd wear this, I think initially I always said, oh, it's a wintertime scent. It's my favorite thing to wear around Christmas time. One of my favorite things, I should say, because it's, the pine tree, that kind of reminds me of a Christmas tree. However, this is the summertime. This is Christmas in July as far as I'm concerned. And I've been wearing it, and I wore it, work, fitness center, at home, and it's not bad. Some people might find it a little bit cloying or heavy in the heat, but if you're indoors, controlled temperature, like I've been for the most part, that's fine. You know what I mean? I don't spend a ton of time just standing around outside unless I'm out on a weekend at the shore or something like that, in which case I'd probably pick a different scent. However, this thing, I think now that I've revisited it, it's probably you can wear it all year round. You can definitely wear it to the office. It's safe for the office. It is casual. Again, don't over apply it at the office because pine can be cloying or polarizing. You don't know. So I wouldn't go too heavy. I'm lucky because I have an office by myself. No one's really around me. So I can wear this, but gym, same thing. You could definitely wear it to that. It's a casual scent. It's inexpensive. I wouldn't ever put this in a formal situation because of how cheap it is and how, again, it's a sharp pine. You got to love pine for this. They do have bars of soap, which I'd love to have, but I'm just going to finish the shower gel before I get any of that. So Pino Silvestre is really a fantastic cheap fragrance, but if somebody told me they didn't like it or they felt it was old manish, I could sort of understand where they're coming from. You have to love the green to enjoy this scent, but I do, and if you don't have it, go pick up a bottle. It's so cheap. You don't even worry about the Bodyline. As far as things that are similar to this, there's another fragrance by Antonio Puig, and it's called Agua Brava. You can take a look at that box here. This one comes in a bottle like this. See, same type of thing. Got the wooden cap. It's green. This one smells, the sprayer on this one is weird. But they're all in the same vein. This one, some people say they like a lot better. And then there's my personal favorite, mainly because this is the one that my grandfather and my father would always wear. That is Acqua di Selva by Visconti di Madrone. These are all in the same vein. However, Pino is the most distinct because it's the heaviest use of pine. So again, if you haven't tried this one, definitely check it out. It's really, really funny. Great bottle. Worst case scenario, use it as a bathroom spray, as an air freshener. But it does smell fantastic on skin and in the air to me. But again, I can understand if somebody said, nah, it wasn't for them. Okay, guys, it's time for my overall ratings for Pino Silvestre Original by Pino Silvestre. Presentation, I think it's fantastic. I love it. I love how corny and cheap and funny looking it is, and the built-in sprayer, the pine cone that leaks that you then have to roll on yourself. 8.5 out of 10. And I know, again, my ratings are for this specific fragrance. I'm not comparing this presentation to another one. I'm just giving it a rating because this is what I want to give it to. So, performance, 5 hours, 5 out of 10. The scent, I really like it. I would give it a higher score, but again, I understand where some people may say, oh, that smells too strong or too sharp or too piney for me. So in general, my rating would be a 6.5 out of 10, bringing the overall rating for Pino Silvestre by me to a 6.5 out of 10. Okay, everyone, that's going to wrap it up for me. That's my review of the 1955 Aromatic Fougere Pino Silvestre Original. So, as usual, I would love to hear from all of you guys in the comments section. Let me know, do you own this fragrance? Are there other fragrances from Pino Silvestre that you prefer over the original? Do you love it? Do you hate it? You know, I always appreciate all the interaction. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Check out the Sense of South Jersey Instagram page, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Take care.